Ladies and gentlemen, finally, after like half an hour, we are back. My name is Yuhn, and I am joined by the luscious FourCourtJester.
You are going to run out of those adjectives sooner or later.
This is our winners finals between NesTea and Efflorscence. First time of them being on stream. We have NesTea on the left and Efflorscence on the right. This is the Chill the Rift tournament in beautiful Edmonton. Atlanta just said luscious lol. Shoutouts to Atlanta and Goose. Too bad they couldn't go to Kiev. I love Atlanta.
Oh, that was such a fiasco, that.
Anyways, blue team we do have NesTea. Purple team we have Efflorscence right now. We have first bans coming out. Tryndamere, Vayne, Rammus, Yorick. Vayne and Yorick both used quite well by NesTea in the previous game. They definitely were watching. They do ban out Vayne and Yorick. And the final ban coming from NesTea is going to be Scar. And there's Anivia, so they do 3 target bans. All bans used in the past game. They do target all those bans right away.
Wow.
I'm going to not try and give away info because NesTea is sitting behind me.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they know what bans are going down.
I just mean about picks in general, about what they need. I just won't be too loud.
Yeah, but check that out. Vayne, Yorick, and Anivia straight out of the last game.
First pick.
And check out the ban champions here from NesTea. 3 junglers. Skarner, Rammus, Tryndamere.
Trin Scar top lanes too. They're very powerful. Alright, so we do have a lock coming in from NesTea, first picking Caitlyn.
Caitlyn, Tarek, Lane Inc.
Caitlyn's are very strong. We actually see purple. Right now they've selected on Morgana being locked in and Sona. Two powerful AoE champions. Both very, very strong champions. And they do lock those in. Sona and Morgana already going into a very, a lot of counter initiation already, a lot of AoE damage. And they're both very powerful in lane. We have Lee Sin being locked in actually right now from the NesTea team. And we are waiting on Oops Bun. AP player. There's no more Bird. So you're going to play another Bird character like Swain? But he mixed it up. I was going for a joke and I just couldn't. Lux! Very interesting. If this is their, if they are going to play an AP Lux, you don't generally see too many AP Luxes. Sometimes it's picked as a support, but definitely, they are definitely picking out-of-the-box heroes that you might generally not see. Oh, Kennen Udyr. We have, we get the double Woda coming down from Morgana and Kennen. That's a lot of spell vamp actually, and that's very deadly to deal with. It's a lot of AoE again too. Look at the stack of the AoE.
Yes.
There's the certain support that they could pick, a NesTea team that would be very smart, but because they're behind me and they might be able to hear me, I'm just not going to say it. But you can.
But I can. Yeah, look at that. Morgana and Kennen ult right on top of a Sona ult. That is damage, my friends. That's going to hurt. Lux is probably going to be their mid there. Oops Bun was mid last round. He was the Anivia for NesTea, but Lord Lust, taking that top tier Risinga. And I still think it's going to be a Tarek here for Caitlyn.
See a lot of Tareks. Maybe Caitlyn Tarek, maybe Caitlyn Soraka. Also very good.
Yep, infinite pultovers. We've seen that here before as well. We've seen a lot of those combos.
They have plugged in Udyr, Kennen.
Janna, yes, perfect.
So there we go. They're smart. They're going to take Janna right now. Very good against. And Galio. This is interesting though. Galio and Janna. Just make sure they don't, counter each other.
Blow them away. Throw down that taunt. Damn.
And Janna ults. Panic.
Yeah, that panic mode. I don't know. Rickix played very well with that Sona. Was able to land a lot of terrific Sona ults.
Let's see this Janna. Janna's a lot harder to play in terms of a successful support to play successfully. I want to see. I haven't seen Janna yet being used on stream. No, not going for Galio. He's going to switch over to Sion maybe?
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're not too confident with it. But he, you can have the Sion just blow up all over people, getting them on ice and icky with green. Could work out very well. But him up against a Kennen. Kennen's going to have that range advantage plus the energy advantage. Maybe a
top lane Sion.
Yeah. Well, there's nowhere else for him to go.
He could go mid and have Lux top or something.
A little unorthodox, but yes.
Okay, yeah, he is going to lock in Sion. Sion Janna for that team. There's a lot of stunning, blue team can actually kite. NesTea's very kite heavy. They have a lot of kite. They have the Lux AoE slow. Janna is just naturally fast with a Howling Gale.
I'm thinking Graves. I'm thinking Graves. Undead Mickey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Janna is just naturally fast too. They might be able to do a lot of kite.
Based upon the AoE of this team?
I don't know. Need an AD coming out from Efflorscence, and they're going to pick Tristana. very good, you know. They have a lot of front up AoE that get in their face, and Tristana, they hit that point where she has so much range. Poke all day, can never touch.
We're going to have to see what she wants to do, because she has to rocket jump in, throw down that ultimate. It's like the Lee Sin kick versus the gigantic Buster Ball.
You sit in the back, you just pot shot people.
You could. I don't know. Depends on how aggressive they want to get.
Well, actually, it's pretty smart, actually, this Tristana going cleanse, actually, trying to not get caught, actually. Oh, no! Switching over to Graves.
Called it.
Damage here.
So called it.
Team Efflorescence. Surprisingly switching over to Graves. You know, Graves Sona, very strong lane right now. We're going to see it against a Janna and Caitlyn. So this will be very interesting to see, as long as they can play it right, you know, get the farm in. Hopefully this Caitlyn can play a bit better than the Caitlyn's we've seen before already.
It is NesTea.
Lanes correctly. But Graves Sona is a very powerful lane.
Mm-hmm,
a lot of burst capability at level 6, definitely.
Dash in, get off the buckshot, Sona stun, no problem. Q spam, extra damage on top of that Graves. Easy.
No problem, and he is going to run cleanse. The first AD to run cleanse.
Yeah, we were
actually going to go ghost exhaust again. It's actually very smart to get that that stun. You know, he will be able to escape those binds that he needs and just get out and let his team mop up. It's a very smart thing to do. Cleanse is very strong now, especially now that it takes off exhaust and ignite now.
You can't say enough about that Janna pickup, though. I mean, between the Morgana ult, the Kennen ult, is just going to be invaluable if we can get it off in the correct position. You see no clairvoyance here again, so they are going to be relying upon their heals. The only heal that Janna can actually give out will be that summoner heal.
No sustain. There's actually a lot of sustain, especially if a Kennen goes Woda, and even if Morgana eventually buys a Woda too, there's a lot of sustain on Efflorescence's team. Morgana passes Spell Vamp, Wodas will stack on the 2 APs. And then also because how Spell Vamp works, if Graves uses Buckshot well, in the presence of Woda, it actually gives him health too, because Spell Vamp now not just counts as magic damage, but just if it's a skill. Yeah. Deep. Which is actually sometimes fun. You can do some troll builds like a Gunblade Garen. You ult someone at 1 HP, imagine all the health you get back. It's very fun to do. We're just going to hit a delay period. We are going to cut to a commercial from one of our sponsors, Gamer Grub. We will be right back.
Well, they can't hear me, guys, but we are in the winners bracket finals. FourCourtJester Yuhn over in Edmonton.
182 viewers.
We're climbing those viewer ranks. That's really good things to see. Social media makes a big difference. Gamer Grub here. We got the OverKlocked logo in Riot Games, and lots.
This commercial's so cheesy.
Lots to go down. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube Jester, YouTube FourCourtJester 1080p. All for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the overlay. Put a lot of work into it. So, cheers.
Welcome back to Chill of the Rift. Winners finals right now between Team NesTea on blue side and Team Efflorescence on purple side. My name is Yuhn, and I'm joined by the seductive FourCourtJester.
You are under my spell. Woo!
We're hoping to do a casting spell on you guys. We've gotten warmed up. Hopefully we don't miss too much kills again this time. And right now we have
I think we only missed 3.
Teams locked in, and we are just coming down to our delay period. So FourCourt, what are your thoughts?
Well, look at those bans right there. Vayne, Yorick, and Nivea specifically targeted that last game that we did have with NesTea versus Alberta Elite Gaming. So yeah, they really didn't want to face any of that, and I think they really did make a good, play here with their cards. I mean, they got the Graves, they got the Sona, 2 very high tier champions right now, and they got potentially that double Woda, huge AoE combo. So maybe instead of banning out that Yorick, maybe a Janna if they wanted to run out, these 2, Kennen and Morgana. But other than that, it's looking really good for Efflorescence. But I have seen NesTea in action. I've seen the damage Lux can definitely do in that mid. It really depends on what Hubux wants to run. If he's going to be going more that AP explodey, or if he's going to go for more that single target AD, just chop you down kind of idea.
There's actually no ignites either, so none of this healing's actually going to get reduced at all.
At all. Well, I got 2 ignites on purple, but yeah, no ignites here for blue.
No ignites for blue. There's a lot of exhaust though.
And again, you see ghosts coming out. Lord Lust with the ghost and Caitlyn with the ghost.
Not too sure. I mean, Lee Sin's, generally nowadays you see Lee Sin's take like ignite or exhaust, and they're really offensive. And then Caitlyn, this is I think the only AD we've been using that hasn't been using flash is using ghost instead.
We had Vayne and Shyvana.
Well, the Vayne that was wearing Ghost is the same player.
Right.
So interesting. There won't be any flash pick kills or repositioning, just all Ghost. I mean, one of the gimmicks that they could use, the NesTea team has, is they do have a lot of poke. They do have Janna. They have Lux. Lux has incredible range. Caitlyn also has a lot of poke with a Piltover Peacemaker. The thing is, though, is that Efflorscence's team just has as much, you know. Graves can poke with Buckshot. Morgana has a binding that's really strong. And Kennen has very spammable poke, too. But the difference is that Efflorescence actually has a lot of sustain compared to NesTea's team.
Indeed. Well, we're just going to be loading into here. Last time they just threw us on straight into the 50-second mark. So we're going to have to see what kind of curveball they want to throw us this round. But this is winner's bracket, I believe, best of 1? Winners finals?
Yes. Starting at losers finals, they're doing best of 3. I don't do rules. I'm just here to cast. It's a lovable FourCourtJester.
That's fine. I wasn't throwing any kind of dirt your way. But yeah, so it's best of 1. Everything's on the line. They have to make this count.
Yeah, the loser will go down to the losers finals, I believe. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, right now we got...
Oh! We are right back into this.
Yeah, 45 seconds in I got. How about you?
Yeah, I just need to scale down this HUD. It keeps going up and we apparently lose a lot of space.
Well, there should be 2 losers brackets games going on right now. Both the Elite Alberta Gaming as well as Ruthless Cunning.
So we actually have both teams going and invading both sides of the other jungle.
Yep.
We've got, there looks like a Team Efflorescence is looking to steal the red side, the red off of blue side, but blue is actually up on the golems. They might be maybe catching the Kennen that might be going top, or they're just gonna steal and go out. Both teams looking to steal actually, but
neither team has a clairvoyance.
They can't see them run past that small opening right now. So both teams completely blind. No one has clairvoyance. They don't know anywhere. So it looks like blue team will be going for this Wraith up here, and it looks like they'll clear the red side jungle maybe, and I think they're just both trying to clear out the other side of the jungle right now.
Not even going to touch those goals.
Caitlyn and Jen are very far from bot lane.
Yeah.
And that they're going to have a bit of work cut out for them in this lane. They might actually run into this. Do they see them here? If they run through
Nobody
here,
sees anybody.
Catch anything? No, just toggling back and forth. No one sees anything right now, so no one's quite... someone actually wards the red. They don't take the red. Lee Sin is actually going to go for the red here on the purple side right now. So Kennen might run up to check this or not. And again, they're just going to go into it. Purple actually pings the red. They do ping the red.
Oh,
right no! Is Lee Sin going to go down? Kennen's not paying attention.
Not whatsoever. Oh, we popped that ghost.
He did pop ghost, and he's right out. And he's going to start behind because he has nothing right now. And he did start boots, so he is going to have a difficult time to start. He might not. He's just going to start on smalls and go then. And we actually have a Tiger Udyr, so we might see a lot of gank-heavy Udyrs. There is a lot of gank potential on these lanes. You know, Morgana Snare and Kennen Stun are very strong. So you might be able to see some strong Tiger ganks. We haven't seen someone use a Tiger Udyr too much. It's mostly been Phoenix Udyrs. Except for the one in the one game where it started Phoenix and swapped Tiger in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But Binding going down, Tormenting as well onto Oops Bun, but unfortunately it did miss. I'm looking at this Scion up top. He does look like he's going to be AP Scion, so he is going to go more that explodey, 9 spell penetration, 10%.
No sustain either, so Kennen can definitely bully around. But Kennen didn't start boots, I'm surprised. If you start boots, you have a lot of harassment over this Scion.
Yeah, he went for the damage boost. That's fine. Battle of the Bindings in the mid, but Delirium pushing back. Oops Bun. This is where that Tormented Soil comes into play.
Morgan definitely a stronger pusher than Lux.
Yep. Lots of poke down in the bottom.
Starting to max the binding surprisingly instead of E. E definitely would have helped, you know, keep it off the tower and such. So bot lane, we actually have Caitlyn starting Cloth Armor in 5 pots, very smart because, you know, Graves can do quite a bit of damage and there is no sustain for them, so the health pots will help him sustain in lane and, you know, farm up. We actually have the Graves pushing, has his Doran Blade because he does have Sona, so they are going to push this tower up right now. Yeah, missing a couple of CS right now, but Caitlyn will have that down there, and Lee Sin's actually coming bottom. He is sitting here right now, and the Graves is going to go back because he says I pushed the lane up. It's getting cancelled by the Zephyr. They're going to fight, and Lee Sin is actually coming around right now. Oh! He's dashing in, the Janna flashing out, and he's exhausted. He's diving for it. Doesn't quite get the kill. There's the heal summoner, and baiting Janna. Very well done with the heal, and they're going to take down the Sona as well. Beautiful play coming out from NesTea. Very strong bait. Graves tried to go for the kill, didn't quite get it. I think he cancelled his own attack animation, or the exhaust was just too strong to finish off the Janna.
We've seen that before, the canceling. NASA's had that issue up top.
Right now, bottom lane, especially because they need that. They need the breather room because they will have a tough time with Graves Sona.
Yeah, I also was checking out here Graves. If you check out him with a C, he only has 6 armor penetration, but he's rocking 89 attack damage, whereas that Caitlyn is going that more standard 31 armor penetration that we've been seeing Eyes of the Thief do before. So it is a battle of armor pen versus that attack damage, and it is a little unfortunate that he did blow everything trying to grab that Janna, but you'd never really count that summoner's heal until, well, it screws you over.
Down bottom as well, but he does step on the trap, and he's just going to get revealed. Right now, they're going to try and poke some damage onto this. Is Udyr going to flash? There's a flash bear paw right now. This Caitlyn using the net to try and get out. One more hit, and she goes down. Udyr sticking on the red buff, and Janna goes down. So answering right back, a successful gang bottom, and now even playing field right now.
2-2, both kills in this bottom lane.
2 assists compared to Janna's 1.
Yeah, a little bit of an extra gold infusion there.
So actually, Graves has the lane on his side right now. If he can successfully freeze it here and farm, he'll be in a good spot right now. Very good job by Udyr to give them that little, they're back in this right now. Nothing too bad. Gold count is even right now. Let's check out some other parts of the map right now. Sion is aggressively pushing with that. Kennen isn't exactly doing too much harassment, but Kennen is falling a little behind in CS. Right now, Morgana's ahead of Lux right now. Lux is trying to deal with that middle right there. Getting pushed back by Tormented Soil right now. Throwing it down on those range creeps, taking those down. I'm gonna clean those up, mop, and just push. Very good. Lee Sin wandering on the bottom. Caitlyn actually going for Wriggles actually.
Yeah, I noticed that. She has herself that Madred's first item back, has a few Phoenix buns as well. A Wriggles here will give her a little bit extra sustain. She does not have that pocket healer like we do with that Sona. We also don't have that Soraka for the infusion, so she's basically just left to her own devices. She has 3% lifesteal from the Masteries.
Lee Sin bottom with red. We also have Udyr top with his own red about to run out actually. If he wants to make a gank, he needs to make it happen. Lee Sin with a relatively fresh red. Is he going to go on this? The Kennen is going to lightning dash up. Sorry, I'm moving the camera up pretty bad right here. There's the pop stun. There's a slicing maelstrom onto Sion. Chaining CC. There it is. Shot flash out. He didn't get tagged by the red. The red is gone. Kennen actually missing the Thundering Shuriken. Here's the shield. Are they going to try and dive this and pop the shield? Udyr taking damage. She's going to try and run out this way. Not quite enough damage. And Sion will get out. And he's going to go back. Same with the Udyr and Kennen very safely just going to say no. We can't get it. They're just going to back out instead.
Too squishy.
Back. Morgana's hungry. That's too bad. Should have eaten. Took like half an hour to set this game up. So Morgana going for 2 Doran's rings, mana regen, AP, gonna help him push and sustain his own pushing capability right now. Udyr going back, buying that Wriggles. The Magic's Razor, working up to that Wriggles. Sion, we have another Doran's ring and boots. And Kennen is going for boots as well, and getting another Amp Tome, obviously, for that Hex Tech Revolver. We've seen a lot of Kennen actually being used.
We've actually seen him banned as well, but I mean he's really strong at this point. The double Woda.
They're being banned or picked in every game we've seen, at least so far.
He has good AoE, energy, so he's not mana dependent, and just really good synergy with another AP.
It looks like we are going to have blue being handed off. Blue is going to get handed off to Morgana.
Yep, good stuff.
There it is. Lux also going back to buy. Lux doesn't get blue. Lux did get blue from Lee Sin, sorry. Let's see, do we have any wards bot? We do have purple warding the tri-bush, so actually blue side is actually pretty blind bottom in terms of ganks. So Udyr could do a lane gank, which might be what he's doing. The Grace just pushes us up, but we also have Lee Sin actually coming bot. So both sides actually unaware that, oh no, Lee Sin is going to go for his golems right now. So they're going to push this lane up and try and get a lane gank from this Udyr right now, because they do know, Caitlyn actually has no flash, which is actually smart to do. But they do have that. She's going to clear the traps out of this bush maybe. It'd be very wise to get that second trap, wait for the trap to wear off so Udyr can move in. So middle, Morgana is still just pushing Lux's face in right now. On top we have a bit more of a Kennen harass coming down. There's Lee Sin coming out. They don't see the Udyr. Udyr now emerging from the brush. They're going to pin themselves onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin safeguard dashing. There's a crescendo tagging Caitlyn and Kennen and Lee Sin. Caitlyn getting tagged using the 50 caliber net. 50? Yeah, 90 caliber net. Putting herself out. Lux is actually roam bottom with Morgana right behind her. They do see this right now. There's a dark light binding onto her. She does pop that shield and doesn't go in. They could go in. They know this Lee Sin is very low. And no, Morgana is just going to head back middle while Lux and Lee Sin are generally down here. It will be okay because, actually no, they don't see the tri-bush anymore. The ward has faded right now. Lux actually doesn't go for the gank. She is just going to leave. Same with Lee Sin. He is just going to go back and buy right now. CS-wise, we actually have You have 40 on Kennen. Kennen actually falling behind to the Scion right now by a good 25. Morgana's about the same over the Lux right now. And Caitlyn is a little bit behind the Graves.
Yeah, just a little bit. While all that was going on, we did have that pressure mid and the Morgana versus Lux, just a little bit of a fighting going on. I'm a little curious as to how this top lane is going. Flax Rifle looks a little bit more hurt than Hubbox, and Hubbox seems to be throwing down a lot more harass than the Kennen.
I just don't think the Kennen might be playing it correctly, you know. You have to wait for the shield and then take advantage while the shield is down. Like, Kennen doesn't have the best methods of popping the shield, and you know, he's not like Ryze. Ryze is very good against Sion, Swain's very good against Sion. Kennen doesn't exactly have the best of times, you know, popping that shield very easily compared to other heroes, so might be a reason why, and he's just not taking the advantages to, you know, harass back while the shield's on cooldown. Because the shield does have a... it's not that bad, 7.68 seconds after it expires, so it's not too bad. But we do have a ping middle right now, and Udyr is sitting here. They're trying. There's a Dark Binding! Here comes Udyr! Does Udyr have Flash? Udyr does not have Flash! There's a Soul Shackle! There's the Ignite tick! And she does not get away. The Ignite tick is just too strong right now. And they are pinging down near the Dragon area. They're going to go for this right now. Is Udyr going to come? No. Not quite. They throw down a green ward on that. Janna has thrown down a pink. They can clear that out right now. Very good job by Morgana. Excellent snare. Graves is actually buying and coming back with a BF sword and a Vamp Scepter. So it looks like he might be going up to... he might go to Bloodthirster, or he's just buying the Vamp Scepter for his own sustain. And Caitlyn has a Wriggles. Now, one of the issues buying a Wriggles with AD carries is that your damage will fall behind, especially if this is what Graves has done. If Graves goes this Bloodthirster, he will simply out-sustain. Whoa.
Something's going on.
Something happened. We will see something in roughly 3 minutes.
Dude.
We must not miss it.
Anyways, Wriggles, yeah, pushing you back in your damage, because you got to spend all that money on that Wriggles, and it's just going to delay you getting those BF sword items.
It's for BF. It's just 50 less. So the damage is going to be behind, especially like if, say, Graves wants to go for like Bloodthirster, his sustain will be greater once he builds it up, and it's ultimately worth it.
Bun is down here.
Oh! Black's trying to do a lane gank. Misses Light Binding, does tag her with I can't remember the name. Less than Singularity. Not quite enough as he quick draws out. Udyr did come down, but he is just going to go back up right now. They do see that.
That was a good in theory, but poor execution right there.
They see this Lee Sin taking out that ward right now, so they know it's pink now. Top lane, Kennen actually getting bullied pretty well by this Scion. Very well done, this Scion doing.
Yeah, he's winning that lane. Look at that, 92 compared to the 55. That's a 40 creep difference 12 minutes in.
Yep, Lee Sin coming in to Morgana. Morgana has no Black Shield right now. Instead of popping Soul Shackles, can she stay in the range of Lux? She flashes out, stunning the Lux. Lux has that bind, and can she land it? No, there's a Spell Immune. Is going to get it. There's the kick. Oh, and Lee Sin goes down to tower. Dark Binding under the tower, but the Light Binding is able to pick up Morgana. So they will trade that, but with an assist. Here comes Udyr, flashing in. Very stunning. There's the red buff and the Tiger Dot taking out Lux. Very well done by Crocododo.
Crocododo. Yeah, with a very offensive flash, but hey, you got the kill secured, not wasted whatsoever.
Very well done to clean that up. So 2 kills. Very well done. We have a same gold, actually, roughly, even though they've got 2 kills ahead. So they have been doing well, but Sion's actually farming very, very well. 103 to the 61 of Kennen. Kennen's falling behind.
We got that needlessly now, big up there. I mean, he's going to start one-shotting these creep waves.
He's going to push that very hard, indeed. How much mana regen does he have? 123, that's not bad, not bad. Not too bad, though. So he will start pushing that pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
How much do we have? Udyr has quite a bit of gold actually in his pocket right now. Not too bad. Let's see these wards. Blue's got a fairly decent ward up, as Sona is actually going to start. Is actually going to pop a pink in the bush, but she doesn't check it for this green ward, so they could eliminate that and put a bit more pressure bot. Instead, they're just going to leave it.
Right now, it's all in Morgana's pocket. She's only won over 4,000 gold. She's really putting up this pressure, keeping this mid push, and she's going to get this tower.
It's almost there, almost there. Top is actually getting a bit more harassed. Kennen is getting out-harassed by this Scion.
Oh, could be a kill right here. Undead Mickey gets hit by that tornado. We do got the ghost coming out. Eyes of a Thief going for the kill. It does force out that flash.
There's the smoke screen, denying any chance to use Ace in the hole, and he is just going to back out. Well done being pulled out. But the blue ward is actually down, and actually right now, mid cannot see this Udyr gank possibly coming, but they do see Lee Sin actually. Udyr almost red buff right now, trying to get bot. They can't really gank bot because Graves is going to port back.
Yeah, he's a little low health, doesn't want to jump into that. Oh, maybe he does! He's going to try to maybe bait this out, but Udyr is not here. That's very risky play.
Here right now, there's no binding on Lux. Lux is just going to run off towards the blue side of the jungle, and Lee Sin's going to come back down the river.
They're actually going to meet. Nah, no, they're not.
Ward hit the bush? No.
No, he just went right through the bush.
Real strong ward placement.
Yeah, it's all good. Look at this Sion, though. As you said, top lane just throwing out that deeps.
Right, we have both junglers just hovering in the middle right now. They both see each other, so they both know the presence of the junglers right now. And they're actually going to start trying to push this bottom lane really hard while Graves is not here. Someone doing her best to just fend it off. So Jester, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you like my Phoenix buns?
I love your Phoenix buns. That's a funny question, though.
I love buns, Jester.
Yeah, that's exactly how you say it. How'd you know? It's like you read my mind. Yeah, no, the Phoenix buns from the Lunar Festival always remind me of pork buns, and they are so delicious. I love
Pretty sure that's what they were supposed to be. Yeah. I love pork buns. Anyways, Graves actually buying Bloodthirster, already finishing a BF item. He will have more sustain and way further more damage than this Caitlyn right now. Caitlyn actually doesn't even have enough for a BF right now, and she does. She's 350 gold shy of it, so she's probably going to stay in lane. Do we actually have vision top? This Sion actually sees this Udyr coming up. Udyr is dashing in. Did he get the stun on this Sion? Not quite. It's not quite reaching him. Did not path correctly to try and cut him off in the other bush, and the Sion is just going to simply run away.
Yeah, Sion is going to be fine, no problem down there. I'm looking at Graves, though. I mean, Graves did run those AD runes rather than the armor penetration, and as a result, I mean, with Sona there, he's almost hitting 200 AD, whereas Eyes of the Thief only 110, but the big difference there, of course, is the armor penetration. It's not exactly true damage on top of these heroes, you know, 44 armor, 60 something, because, well, it's going to be a variable number here for Undead Mickey because of that passive, but, you know, that really takes out a majority of their armors, so in terms of damage, I wouldn't say they're overall too much different.
I mean, let's talk about this a little bit, especially with the changes to runes and masteries. Eyes of a Thief has 31 armor pen. Actually, there's a bit of a trade going between them. He uses collateral damage to try and burst down the Caitlyn, not quite enough. We actually see, sorry, we'll save that analysis for later. Actually, there's a gank coming middle, but Morgana doesn't have any mana, so this isn't going to do anything right now. There's a light biting and Tempest hitting this Udyr. They assess that, I mean, they could do some fighting right now, because actually Morgana has no mana whatsoever. Not even close enough to do soul shackles. Anyways, so what the Caitlyn is running is he has 31 armor pen. Now because of the change in masteries right now, there's also a 10% armor percent reduction bonus as well. Oh, some damage coming out. There's the Crescendo dashing back in, being rejected by Monsoon. They're getting enough damage poking down the Caitlyn, and both sides are going to back out. I keep getting interrupted by this.
Well, it's hard to do a deep analysis with a big team going on here.
Caitlyn has 31 armor pen.
Yep.
Graves roughly has
6.
I mean, it's kind of pointless right now. Let's talk a bit more early game, where not everyone exactly has a bunch of armor.
Nope.
You know, the armor might only be, because I think the Sona's not maxing. She did max W. So like, say average against other AD carries, maybe say, with armor runes they have maybe 45, 50 armor, right?
Yep.
So if you reduce, because the way reductions are, oh my god, we have another gank here. We will save the analysis. Lee Sin running in, the exhaust coming down Sona. Sona is a sitting duck right now. Listen, Singularity, Dragon Kick going back. Undead Mickey is then, Udyr gets spotted by the Cupcake trap. He's not a Yordle, but he did eat that Cupcake, and he is just going to run the other way. We have 4 bottom. Morgana should definitely shove middle with his blue buff right now. Okay. So maybe we can actually finish this. 31 armor pen. Say 50 armor. Because of the way that reductions get applied, it's flat armor pen before percentage armor pen. So you have the 31 flat from runes and masteries, and then you have the 10% bonus from the mastery tree. So the 31 gets applied first. So say you drop the carry down to
10.
What, 19, right?
Sure.
The 10% armored pen then does how much? 2. 2. Not even 2, just a little under 2.
You round it to 2.
That's kind of wasted. So say you just have so I mean, it's a lot of early penetration wasted, and it helps a lot more late game compared to early game.
Yes.
Say compared to like say you have the same thing on Graves with you know, you'll have 15 damage from if you do all flat, and then, you know, you have the 6 armor pen mastery, so that takes away, it puts it down to 44, and then 10% of 44 is
4.4.
4.4. So it's not as, like, you don't reduce as much armor, but in terms of how math works, it roughly comes out to around the same damage, if not more. I can't do math craft right now.
We'll save it for another time.
Yeah, I don't even think it's 50 armor that you usually start off with at that level. It's more like 30 because I think, yeah, 30. I was like 50. This isn't making sense to me now. So it's more like 30. So yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
And we're only going over this because we're just waiting for that Morgana to die mid. I mean, look at this gank here from Lord Lust, throwing out that ultimate. Light Binding is going to slam into him. Dragon Kick ready to go. That Black Shield finally coming out, and she's just going to get out of this. Or at least she should. Yeah, there we go. Don't tower dive that. No.
Oh, there's a...
Oh, the laser!
There's laser. Laser snipes.
And she gets herself a new blue. A brand new blue.
Yeah, she did. Brand new blue, and she is going to... Not quite coming bottom.
Oh, there we go. Finally a kill up top.
Actually, we missed that. Sion is just bullying this Kennen to shreds.
Oh, he didn't take the tower. Should have taken the tower.
Oh my god, 14 feet. Hit it. Man up.
There we go. Now he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Here comes Lux. Come on. Undead Mickey's in a prime position to get hit. We do not have a clairvoyance, although we are going to force the vision.
They did have a ward there, so they should know that Lux is there. They had the ward on Dragon. They should know she's there.
Nope.
Light Binding makes herself known, throwing out Lunatic Singularity. Is she going to get pinched in here by
Ace in the hole?
Oh. Graves firing that. But she knows that this Udyr is coming right here, and Udyr is flying solo right now. Lee Sin's bottom too, actually, so this Udyr better back his butt out. But that is a prime attempt to try and do Dragon, because Graves now gone back and he's really low.
I'm disappointed.
Actually, no, maybe not.
No ace in the hole.
Has actually come bottom as well, but here comes Sion as well. So Lee Sin actually tried to start doing the Dragon right now. There's the Lunescent Singularity hitting him right now. Pushing H, we're going to show you this whole battle right now. Missing the bind onto Lux right now. There's the Soul Shackle right now. Tagging, not getting the second proc on anyone. Crescendo coming in the back, stunning Sion. Lux and Lee Sin so low. There's an Hourglass. She does finish that, and Sion picking up that kill on Udyr. And blocking the bullet for the Morgana. Morgana's not getting away. Lunescent Singularity does not tag Morgana, but Graves, trying to be a hero, does go down. There's a Light Binding on to Caitlyn. Will this tick down enough?
Oh, so very close.
Not quite. They do escape with that.
Hey, guess what?
Big team play done by NesTea.
Yeah, 2 for 0 right there, and they're not going to do that Dragon yet. The hit points don't really warrant that, but excellent play right there. 8-5, 2K gold lead now here for NesTea. They're looking pretty strong. Flax Rifle just has to go back to that top lane, and he has to play catch up at this point. We're at 190 creeps for Hubbox. Look at that, 190, 117 in response from Kennen. He's going to push that lane a little bit, but that's only going to feed this Hubbox just that much more, because check out that silly hat that he has. That Rabadon's at 20 minutes.
Very, very good job of farming. He's almost 70 above Kennen. It's not the best position. The Kennen really needs to step up the CS right now, and the gold lead coming for NesTea is about 3K above. Almost 3K, nearing there. Caitlyn has finished Bloodthirster, actually, and Graves is on his way to Zeal.
You saw the Zonias. Yeah.
Eyes.
Morgana with that armor.
Alexis picked up Magi Soul Stealer, actually.
Wow, she must be pretty confident about that.
It's bad to use, because you can actually pick up a lot of assists and kills with that hero because of how much range you have.
Laser.
It's very easy to actually rack up some kills and get some stacks on that item, actually.
Laser, laser, laser. Yeah, pretty good times.
Brown actually rushed for Hourglass, actually.
Yeah. We saw that in that last fight. It's pretty much the only reason she's still alive.
He's going Frozen Mallet, actually, building Phage right now. Udyr does have a Philo Stone right now and a Wriggle's Lantern. Kennen has a Revolver, did not actually go for Woda, and it looks like he is building up to a Rylai's with Giant Spell and Amp Tome. Or he might just finish the Woda, because, you know, Amp Tome can go either way right now. Caitlyn actually out-farming the Graves now, believe it or not, and the Sion doing very well over the Kennen. And Lux is just 40, 50, around 45 behind the Morgana.
3 damage.
So doing more damage in, poking that tower in. We have Lee Sin coming down, but they also can see Udyr behind. Udyr's actually just going to take out this ward because of the pink.
Yeah, good play on him.
Down bottom as well. Doing some footsie action, but they do have Sion heading down.
Could have been good if they just stood there a little bit longer, had a bit more patience. They could have easily caught Crocodile here, or even just Undead Mickey. But yeah, all right, they're going to back off. That's fine. Looks like everyone's going to migrate down here. The only person not in this vicinity is going to be that Kennen. Looks like he might actually be starting to run down.
I mean, Sion and Lee Sin, there's the binding. They aren't going to go in on this.
Good shield, good shield.
Off instead.
Did not take a single lick of damage there.
So we do have both teams around the bottom side of the map right now. Actually, Morgana's coming out middle, and Morgana and Kennen are actually just going to shove that lane back a little bit more.
And it's the wrong lane though. That tower's already gone.
You know, there's another bind onto onto Sion. Just narrowly missing that light bind. The shield gets popped. Here comes Udyr. There's the Soul Shackles hitting Lee Sin and flashing in though from taking out with the Soul Shackle the Lee Sin. Can they tag? They needs one more stack from Kennen. Yeah, there's the stun. He does blow up that shield and throw the stun in the face. Throwing out that laser, just hitting Morgana actually. Purple team should really, Efflorescence should just go for this dragon right now actually, and they do ping that. Morgana actually getting tagged a bit of damage right now with the light binding. She does back out. Graves and Sona here. Graves looking to steal that red. He does steal the red, and Udyr is going to work on this dragon right now. This should be a guaranteed dragon right now if they just all jump on it, because they do not have their jungler present. Very good job by that Morgana getting that Soul Shackle in and tagging Lee Sin. He had nowhere to go.
Oh.
Couldn't guard anywhere, no flashes anywhere, so they do pick up that dragon.
Yeah, free dragon for them after taking down that Lee Sin. Good stuff for them, bringing the gold difference to about 400 at this point, and a kill difference of 2, because we are now sitting 8-6. But we do have majority of those kills centered here on Morgana, and she only does have that Zhonya's Hourglass after those 2 Dorans. So we need to start seeing her ramp up a little bit. Gonna land some free damage down to Lord. Lost good shot right there, but she is still in the lead for gold. Oh no, I say that, but Sion actually overtook her by about 100.
Actually, Graves just picked up the bottom turret as well, getting his team some free gold. We now are 2 towers to 1, and they're slightly to creep ahead in terms of gold right now.
Yeah, that dragon really made a difference as well. So yeah, they take the lead.
Morgana
Good times.
Morgana and Graves actually racking up quite a bit of gold right now. Kennen has finished Rylai. He didn't finish Woda. Graves actually going back and finishing Phantom Dancer. He did have quite a bit of gold. Morgana actually 2,500 gold, so maybe we could buy a Roa. Maybe it's only 25 minutes, not too bad.
I wouldn't get a Roa.
Going straight death cap.
Yeah, just go straight for that ability power.
In middle on Lux. Here comes Crocodile. He's trying to bear paw. There's the flash bear paw, and there's the flash out, and there's the bind catching, missing the dark bind. They aren't going to chase into the jungle there. They're just going to let her go.
Yeah, that was 2 flashes right there.
He's grabbing the red buff on his...
That was 3 flashes right there.
Purple team is pinging Baron actually. They might go for this Baron while they see Caitlyn and Janna bot actually. Are they actually going to go for this? There's no ward on it. So Kate and Jen are still bottom. Are they actually going to force this or not?
I don't think it's going to be a Baron, not at least quite yet. I think they really want to try to focus more on this Hubux, because they know that there's no support for him. You see Graves sitting up here. Undead Mickey. Got this.
Roam map, you know, get the free towers because they can. Roam is 5, get those towers.
Yeah. Push it down, get that map control, keep your enemies on the defensive.
Pink warded Baron.
Yep.
Looking to do this?
Well, they know now that there's no ward.
Now, if they went before, they might have been able to steal it.
They can see the Lee Sin. Yeah, we're going to jump on him.
This red buff tagging him. He's not going to try and... He can't dash to anything.
Oh my god.
He's just narrowly escaping the safeguard. There's a smoke screen finishing him off. Smoke screen, just enough damage to take out the Lee Sin. And it looks like they are going to transition onto this Baron and try and take it right now while Morgana is actually in this jungle here, kind of zoning around. And Baron is starting to drop, actually at a fairly decent pace right now. The Udyr Tiger is taking it down fast, along with Wriggles right now. So much damage, it's actually dropping past half health, almost done. Are they going to grab it? He throws a smoke screen just to delay them, and the Baron is picked up. Are they going to engage on this? They should try to engage on this. Kennen running in. Oh, almost dying, actually taking a lot of damage. Oh, not quite dying. So many low. Block the bullet for Kennen. There we go, Graves blocking, ace in the hole for the Kennen. This team, Efflorescence, is going to run out of here. They're throwing the Dark Bind, tagging Sion, and they are going to get away with the Baron. Good pickup by them, extending the gold lead now to 2K. Very well done.
Wow, all I can say is, wow, that's exactly what they needed to do. You just saw Graves melt that Lee Sin, no real armor. I say that, but he has 93, but it still dropped so very quickly. Picked up that Baron and got out of that very beautifully, so well done to Efflorescence right there.
Very well done, Efflorescence. Kennen not finishing Moda. Very surprising.
What's he going for then?
So good. With Blasting Wand, you can go Death Cap, you can go Abyssal.
What do you think of Deathfire on carries?
No, it doesn't build into Morello, does it? I think it, I don't remember. I don't know what he's going for. Death Cap or Abyssal's my bet. Okay. Lux throwing out the laser there. Very low cooldown on that, especially with blue. What is he at right now? 36.6 seconds cooldown that laser.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any he has 1 Magi stack.
Yeah, 6 Magi stacks.
Oh, 6. It doesn't show the number on this. Dang. That's tricky. So 6 Magi stack, not bad, not bad. And Udyr is going to hand this out, this blue buff to Morgana, picking that up. Morgana now actually going for Death Cap right now. She is about... She actually can buy the Death Cap right now.
I think they're going to try to use their Baron.
This Baron buff. They have over 2 minutes left of it. It'd be smart for the Morgana, you know, buy Death Cap and they start to siege push on it. They do see Sai on top, so I mean, it'd be very smart to start sieging this middle turret right now.
And you see that's exactly what they're doing.
to do some damage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's a pretty good chunk of damage right now. Sion's still top. Sion's actually partying back right now. And they are pinging middle right now. They do ward that up. Lee Sin has an Oracle, so he will just clear this ward. Udyr, don't do it. Don't be a honey badger. You aren't one of those. That ain't one of your stances.
Man, bear, tree, pig, not a honey badger. No. Yeah, all 5 here right now. Purple team going to be coming in here.
All right, going back and forth. They are joined by Sion now. Sion has an Abyssal too, actually.
Negative 20 magic resist, no problem. 57 to boot, and that's not a bad idea whatsoever because we do got the double AP of Morgana as well as that Kennen.
They both have spell vamp. You know, Morgana has her own spell vamp, and Kennen has it. They have a lot of sustain here right now. Graves having Bloodthirster, and it looks like he's going for. He could be going. I don't know if he's going to go Last Whisper. I wouldn't go Last Whisper with the amount of. There's no armor really on the other team,
Could
so I
Infinity.
I assume he's just going Infinity.
Yeah. Extra crits, good times, melt faces that much faster.
Great back and forth right here, poking back and forth as the tower is actually slowly starting to die, and they roughly almost have just over a minute left on this Baron buff.
Not exactly the best of uses of it. That top tower is still standing there. No split pushing coming out either.
Pushing in, yeah. Sounds very good at pushing, but actually the bot and top lanes are pushing in favor of blue. Morgana actually here all on her own. Black shielding that stun. Dang, that does a lot of damage, that stun. How much? Oh, he's 352 AP. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's rocking it.
1-to-1 ratios on that. Kennen's actually going bottom, so they're giving up on this middle push right now instead, and they're going to back off. And they are NesTea doing a good job thwarting this, and the Baron isn't really getting much use. They are pinging here. Graves slightly caught out, but he can just quick draw over the dragon wall.
Yeah, it might not be the best of use,
might
but
actually bait this ward. No, Morgana will reveal herself. They aren't going to do it. Yeah, they're just going to... Oh, and there's Dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon is up right now.
Yeah. And you see Morgana just safeguarding that right there.
They're sitting up there zoning out. And that team is going to grab Dragon once again, extending their gold lead to around 3k right now. There's some kills. Udyr actually flashing in, stunning Lux right now. And here comes a flash from Kennen. Kennen using Slicing Maelstrom, sitting in on that. Lee Sin and Lux going down, and Caitlyn going down. Very well done by them. Soul Shackle's coming down, Sion trying to flash out, getting tagged, and he's going to be just getting out with that Death Caress shield going to block. Now would be a very good use of time to push right now with 3 down. Very well played by Efflorescence.
Yeah, they got the Dragon, and then a very offensive flash from that Udyr, setting up that kill very nicely. You just saw Lee Sin and Lux just melt pretty much instantly. The last tick of Slicing Maelstrom taking out their AD Caitlyn, and just beautiful play right there. They're going to get this tower. They're probably going to grab another tower, and maybe the inhibitor. Not too confident on that because Sona went off into La La Land up there.
Probably not. Maybe the turret, maybe not the inhibitor, depending.
Yeah, you can see every time Sion just runs up to them, no shield.
Three tower shots for no reason. They actually are pinging this top turret and the blue, so they might just get the blue, get that free top tower, and get the heck out.
Oh, look at that creep wave. That's a nummy creep wave.
As stated, so roughly 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, we will see a Baron respawn. And they should definitely have that ward. Yeah, purple just has ward. I don't like that you can't see the ward timers, though, in Spectator Client.
Yeah.
It's like they just put that there.
They're still working on it, don't worry.
Yeah, no problems. Sion clearing out that wave. Boom. Big push.
Good creep for him as well. 255 is the leader in the creep scores, and he is 3-0 for that Sion, so he is carrying quite well. 9,400 gold to his name, but he is getting outclassed by this Morgana. She's over that 10,000 mark, and very likely is going to be bringing a lot of pain after she hits this shopping spree.
There's Death Cap, and I don't know what she's going to go for now.
Maybe she's a little confused herself. She's just kind of sitting there.
Wondering. She does have a lot of gold.
Double Woda, come on, it's a good favorite right now.
It's a Negatron Cloak. So maybe an Abyssal.
Or
maybe a
Banshees. Yeah.
I don't foresee Banshees. Maybe Banshees. I don't know. I don't know.
Banshees could work really well with the Scion stun, and the laser.
From someone else.
As well as the Hadoken.
Yeah. Caitlyn having Phantom Dancer as well. Actually, Graves did go for Last Whisper. Not quite the smartest of items because there's really not a lot of armor on this other team. You know, it's all slightly low. It's like 72. 89, 118, 58. It's not. I mean, I would have gone for a. I think IE, if you opted for IE, he would do a lot more damage right now. There's not enough armor for him to warrant that.
Oh, he did go for the Last Whisper. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The only person actually building armor would be nobody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lux and Lee Sin have it just from Wriggles, but we actually see them top right now. Sona checking that. Are they actually going to pinch in on this up top? Because they did see. I think they saw Caitlyn bottom. They might actually go for this dive on here. Just go attack him with that red buff. There's the Shirellia, they're running in, tagging that Lee Sin. There's the shield, and now Sion is actually going to melt. Who are they going to focus? The Sion does go down, and now there's the slow from the power cord of the power cord upgrade. There's the collateral damage taking him out. They do ping the Baron. They do know it's up soon. It will be up relatively soon. I'm not exactly on the timer. There it is! Baron just spawned. They should really jump on that right now and just take that out. Instead, no, they're going to opt again to dive right here. Morgana does have ultimate right now. There's the Soul Shackle, and using the Black Shield and the Hourglass does not get out. Riki X3 is going to fall down to this, and they're just going to get this top tower, and they're in prime position right now to take this Baron buff right after it. They transition very, very fast.
Yeah, there goes that turret. Now they're going to go make their way over.
Very well done by Efflorescence, putting some pressure on this top, getting that dives, and they are going to transition over this Baron, and there's not a whole lot for them to stop. Lee Sin is up in around 5 seconds now, and he's not going to make it in time. This Baron is being so fast right now. Half health down.
It won't matter.
And this is going second Baron in the hands of Efflorescence, extending the gold lead nearly 10k above. Well done by Efflorescence.
Yeah, they're playing very superior positioning fights right here. You can see them capitalizing a lot upon mistakes here from NesTea, and it is looking very good for them to come back out of this.
Nope. It runs away. You should just buy up and start sieging.
Well, the sieging part is probably going to happen, but I'd like to see a split push siege. You know, all 3 lanes. Just keep the pressure on, keep them contained. You know, get that Oracles out, clear these jungles, get that money, keep them in the dark. That's what you really want to be doing. And then they're going to be just so paranoid about the next upcoming fight that it'll probably be just straight into your pocket.
Sona does have a Oracle, so she can eliminate it. They only have 2 wards on the map for the blue team right now. Definitely more pressure coming in. So people are buying. Graves is buying BF, so he is going to work up to that IE now. Or he might buy another Bloodthirster. I don't know what his plan is. Morgana hasn't bought, and she has 2,000 gold. Buy. You need to buy more often. You have the gold. They do ping this red, and they're going to come down and try and take this right now.
You can buy when you're dead. Easy, easy. Yeah.
I'm actually telling them to fall back for some reason. They're scared of doing this red. No, Graves is going to say, screw it. I got this.
He's manning up. It's good.
Green.
He has a mustache. He's manning up. It's good.
I just said green. Whoops. They're just going to try up the red buff.
The green team? No.
Green buff.
The green buff? Wrong map, Yuhn.
It looks like Lux is going for ROA, and it's actually pretty late now. 36 minutes to go
ROA, really?
She sold Medjai's.
Oh my. She did. She did indeed. That's not a good sign.
No, it's a chunk of gold wasted, definitely. It's not the smartest thing.
That's a sign of desperation at this point. Yeah, trying to get that tank up a little bit is not going to matter at this point because we're at 14 to 8. As you said, about 10k gold difference. We've lost our towers. They got so much in their pocket. And oh my goodness, look at that. Undead Mickey taking that tower as Rickix just loses half her health.
Very strong right now. A lot stronger than this Caitlyn.
Might have to do something a little bit with that Wriggles talk you were talking about earlier.
Dang! That Dark Binding taking off a chunk of Morgana's health right there.
Yeah.
She can just play this poke game due to no sustain on this team and just, you know, push in. Graves is actually going to take this Dragon, actually.
All by himself. What a trooper.
No point. Dragon's weak. So he's just going to take that. He's going to dash over this wall and rejoin his team. Actually, no, the quick draw is not quite on cooldown. This team, the purple, like, they really need to use this and push. They can take such a huge advantage right now. They aren't right now. Actually, okay, Morgana did go back to buy Abyssal Scepter.
It's going to take her a while, though, to get back to town. And by then, another chunk of this Baron is going to be off. So right now, they're just playing the contain game. But you know, when you do have that Baron, you want to do a little bit more than play the contain game.
Well, they're almost 11k up now. So it's not like, it's not a bad thing. I mean, they do have a giant lead, and they're just, you know, like Terran's Siege mode, slow push. Because they can get away with it.
Don't get me started on Terran Siege mode. But I understand the analogy. Yeah, they're just keeping him contained, keeping them blind. There's no wards on the map. They're keeping these creeps down. And, you know, the best defense is a great offense. And if you can't even leave your base, then the game is for sure not in your favor.
Definitely. Almost that gold lead is almost hitting 12k right now. They have 5 towers down. This Graves is solo top alone. And they really need to just push. They have under a minute, maybe 30 seconds left of this Baron. They need to make use of it.
I got a feel for this Sion, man. 3-1, almost 300 creep kills here at 38 minutes. Did work like a boss, but
the big issue with Sion though is like he is really good with like roams and in lane, but when it gets like to the end, if you just burst the shield down, Sion has no damage.
And that's what they've been doing.
That's one of the big problems, yeah. Oh, actually they're getting caught out here. This cannon almost falling, almost dying, getting out with just 300 health right now, and Udyr is bear flying away, flashing over the wall, crescendoing. He's just gonna walk away right now. There's a, whoa, big damage coming down on this Janna with that Dark Binding. Morgana hitting, how much is that? I can't read that, it's too small.
The Dark Binding hits for 300 plus 488, so she's almost hitting an 800 mark. Got to take into account the Abyssal Scepter.
The number on my screen is just small, I couldn't tell if it was a 3 or a 5.
She's basically running 50 spell pen with that Abyssal Scepter, so call it 900 damage. Raw 900 damage. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Morgana's actually on her own bottom, might be going for this push right now.
Oh man, 14 to 8, no kills or deaths going down right there, but they were able to pick out that top turret. Very well played there from Efflorescence, baiting out that team fight, taking the pressure off from that turret and getting out with their skins intact. Right now, again, it's just this contain. We cannot leave our base here for NesTea, and they really got to be feeling this burn. Sure, they're creep farming, but they got no jungle, they got no map awareness, they can't do anything about any dragons or barons. We might just be waiting for that next baron to show up, because we got about, what, 3 minutes left on it? 2 minutes left? You said it's a 4-3,
at least under 3 minutes.
Is it a 3-4 or a 4-3 split?
4-3.
4-3, so we should have it within maybe that 90 seconds.
2 minutes more or less, I'd say. Not too sure what the timer was.
We got that Woda now on Kennen. Only took him 40 minutes. That's alright.
Oh no, like, they can do a lot right now. They just have to push right now, but, you know, they're just sitting comfortably in their seats. They're all going back to buy at different times. Morgana actually picking up Void Staff.
There's nothing that NesTea can do except defend. I mean, there's not down an inhibitor, thank goodness. But
and Lux actually bought ROA.
But there's no rush. Like, Efflorescence has no reason to rush this. They're just going to wait and bide their time, keep that contain going, get that Baron in this game.
There's no real threat of, you know, falling off late game. Morgana is very strong late game. Kennen has a lot of utility late game. Graves is incredibly strong. He does have IE now, so he's just one item away from a full build. And usually that last item is usually some type of defensive item, but he does have a cleanse. So maybe GA, or he might go for another, you know, damage item. He might go for another Phantom, maybe another BT.
We've seen a QSS before, but he's actually running that cleanse.
But he can have, you know, 2 stuns, 2 stuns over next. And get rid of 2 CC. A lot of CC prevention, even Black Shield too. He actually is just going to take the red on the blue team side right now.
Well, let's. The clock is just going to keep ticking here. 42 minutes.
Kennen is pushing out this bottom lane. The top lane is being pushed in. Same with middle right now. They're just trying to clear all these waves and start this push actually. Almost 14k above this Efflorescence team.
Catching the Crocodile, no problem. Turrets, turtle stance. Missile turret stance, since we're talking Terran Siege mode, yeah.
So here we go. Both teams now 5 and 5 on this middle inhibitor turret. They're just both teams just pushing back. Both have very strong creep waves, but they do have the top turret and this bottom turret coming on both sides. So they do definitely have the advantages right now. Black Shielding just walking over these traps right now, walking away, taking the tower shot.
How you do it?
Actually binding, hitting that Lux, taking so much damage, taking from that Tormented Soil right now.
Lux with that ROA, just indeed. It's, of course, it's not really...
Has only 2 stacks.
Oh my god, Rick X, no!
They're coming in. Huge burst damage, collateral damage, taking out Lux and Janna right now. Soul Shackle's finishing off Lux. They're chasing in on this. There's the red buff slowing this Caitlyn. There's a flash bear paw hitting that Caitlyn, staying here and taking her out, and this sign is just going to drop slowly right after. And it looks like this is the end of the game, and it is going to knock Team NesTea into loser's bracket.
GG, well played.
Down. Here's the inhibitor turret, or the inhibitor coming down. Graves just buckshotting, clearing this wave right now.
18 to 8, Efflorescence showing some very superior tactics here in the end game.
They're just gonna clear this. Lee Sin is all alone. Oh, here we go. He might get stunned. There's a stun, slicing Maelstrom. Kennen picking up the ace.
Is that gonna actually push him, I wonder, to a 20k gold lead? Just a little bit under. They're just going to take this Nexus. Coda, GG, well played. And
Efflorescence moving into the grand finals of the tournament, knocking NesTea down to loser's bracket.
The double Nexus explode. Good times. Yeah. Victory. Victory indeed, Mr. Yuhn. Victory indeed.
A big part of it was it's definitely being outcomped right now. Like, as soon as these team fights started, you could see Morgana stacking up, Kennen stacking with Sona, Graves having huge AoE bursts. Just in terms of comp, they can outpush and put pressure. They have sustain, and it's just at a point it's just flat out out damaging NesTea's team comp.
Right, but
Came at that.
I cannot say enough about that Janna pick at the beginning. Unfortunately, we just really did not see any of those big clutch ultimates from her, just shoving away those ultimates from Efflorescence. And Kennen 4-1, Morgana 4-2, and that Graves, man, 826, 15k gold in his pocket, 300 grapes. That's pretty hurtful, man.
Yeah, very well done by Efflorescence, regardless of the small bump they hit on. Crocodile definitely came down, gave a little bit of life back to that bottom lane to slightly even it out, and from there they just played solid. They did very good, strong team comps, very good initiations by Udyr and Kennen, twice at least. One time by the red, and another on, is it Baron or? There were two good initiates. I can't remember the other one. Anyways,
well, anytime we had Udyr flash, it was a good team fight.
Yeah, Kennen followed it up with flash, and then slicing Maelstrom and just getting those stuns off.
All right, so to the losers bracket we go.
My name is Yuhn. I am joined by the masculine FourCourtJester.
I like that one. Yeah.
And we will see you in just a bit.